First of all, let me say that you people are awesome. Absolutely awesome. For you to do what you did last year in Macon County and western North Carolina and our state is just incredible. And my hat's off to you. For the first time 2 years ago, the North Carolina Senate and the House were controlled by Republicans. The Senate had 31 senators that were Republican out of 50. And what happened this year when Martin Nesbitt from Asheville thought that we were going to go back to about 25 or 26, we increased by 2. So now we have 33 Republicans in the North Carolina Senate because of you. We increased the Republicans in the House by 9 this year because of you. And we have a lieutenant governor because of you. And for the statement that you said about our lieutenant governor, he is an incredible public servant. We see him every day. He's down at the legislative cafeteria. We almost never saw our previous lieutenant governor unless he was just getting ready to come onto the Senate floor. Dan Forrest is there all the time, and his wife as well. Paul Newby comes to chapel every Wednesday, and he is there on the Supreme Court. We still have a conservative majority on the Supreme Court because of you. And I'm telling you, these are men, these men are men of God, and their wives are ladies of God. And I am honored to be among the public servants that get to serve with them. So my hat's off to you for what you did. Mark, in just a few months, we're going to have to file again and do this. My hat's off to Mark and Deb. I don't know how they do it. I have half the district, actually a little bit less than half of the district that he does, and I'm tired. But I'm energized because of what we're able to do in the legislature. We have a lot of good things that we've already done, and we've got a lot more coming. And I want to thank you again from the bottom of my heart for what you did last time, and just don't give up now. We've got to keep it up. We have to keep the faith. And Helen Carpenter calls me all the time. I don't know when that lady sleeps. But the next day I'll get a voicemail from Helen Carpenter. Hey Jim, just checking in. I'm so proud of you. Bye. And I get that all the time. And Helen, I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you. I am delighted to be among the leadership in Raleigh, and I believe that the states have the opportunity to drag us out of this morass. Some of the things that we've done is we rejected the expansion of Medicaid for Obamacare. And we did it big time in the Senate and the House, and the governor signed it. Of course, my first bill that got through this time was the possum drop over in Preston. That wasn't much of an effort, but it's a big deal for them. It just shows that we're not going to put up with PETA suing our people, and a totally innocuous event that's a family-friendly, non-drinking event. Alcohol is not involved, and just let those people take care of this possum and treat them well. And I tell you how I fought it in the Senate floor. I said, just imagine, ladies and gentlemen of the Senate, if you could, because we got a letter from Bob Barker about this thing. He didn't like that at all, how we're mistreating this possum. And so I just said, ladies and gentlemen of the Senate, just imagine that I'm standing here and Bob Barker's standing right there, and we have an opportunity to interview this possum. And I tell them that, Mr. Possum, for this one evening, we're going to capture you. We're going to put you in a plexiglass box. You're going to be well fed. We're going to gently lower you to the ground, and you're going to touch the ground at the stroke of midnight, accompanied by about 3,000 or 4,000 people that are going to be having fun. And you're going to, for that night, you're not going to be roadkill. I promise that. And you can do all that being well fed, or you can go with Bob Barker, who's going to spay and neuter you. Needless to say, I even got Democrat votes on it. So you have to have a lighthearted environment in the Senate in addition to all the serious business. But I want you to know I really appreciate your confidence that you've placed in me. We are really working hard. This is a lot more intense than last time even, but we're getting some great things done. Had breakfast with the governor last Wednesday, and I'm telling you, he is on it. he is on it. And he's got some incredibly talented people that are used to running businesses, that are treating state government like a business so it can be run instead of political cronyism. They're getting things done. Aldana Vosh, our Health and Human Services Secretary, is working. Her husband's a multimillionaire. And she is working. She doesn't need a job. She's working for $1 a year, 14 to 16 hours a day. We have other people. The guy that's in charge, Chris Estes, is in charge of the, he's the Chief Information Officer for the state. And I can spend all day telling you about the problems that we have with our information systems in the state. He gets $500,000 or more a year working for big companies in the country. And he, because of his love for the state and his love for his children, he wants them to inherit a better state. He has come to work for the governor at $150,000 a year, and he's working himself to death trying to get things. And I can tell you a lot of more stories about those. The take-home message that I want you to know is that North Carolina is in great hands, and we are making a difference. And keep us in your thoughts and your prayers. And I know Helen does; she does that all the time. I thank you for that. It's an honor to serve. And so, with that.